What you don't understand is that what you put in these eye gates, right? What you put in these ear gates, the things that you consume, whether it be media, the songs you listen to, the books you read, whatever comes in those eye and ear gates, it is going to manifest itself in your life. What's going on, y'all? Nick here, coming to you with another video. So check this one out, y'all. This is actually a throwback to the Simpsons. And I think there's a very important lesson for us to learn in this short snippet. Check this out.
Adulterated pep.
It's almost 9 o'clock. Where is Homer anyway? It's so typical of the big doofus to spoil it all.
What, Aunt Patty?
No, nothing, dear. I'm just trashing your father.
Well, I wish you wouldn't, because aside from the fact that he has the same frailties as all human beings, he's the only father I have. Therefore, he is my model of manhood, and my estimation of him will govern the prospects of my adult relationships. So I hope you bear in mind that any knock at him is a knock at me, and I am far too young to defend myself against such onslaughts.
Go watch your cartoon show, dear.
Wow. You know, again, it was a short video, but there is so much to dissect in this. All right. So first off, what actually took place? You have Aunt Patty, right? And she says, it's so typical of him, big doofus, right? Now, if you know anything about The Simpsons, you will know that the statement is absolutely correct. Homer was and is a big doofus. There's nothing wrong with this statement. However, you see, what is wrong is you making such a statement in front of the children. You know, I've seen this happen so many times within marriages where, you know, even though this is taking place from the point of view of the aunt who's talking bad about the man, you know, the father of the house, but I've seen many women talk down about their own husband in front of the children. And this is something that is completely and utterly wrong. It's devilish. It is from the pit of Hades itself. And why am I saying this? Because just like, you know, the little girl said, I can't believe I'm forgetting these people's name. Lisa, there you go. But notice what she said. An attack on him is an attack on me, the little girl. Why? Because no matter how flawed Homer is, Homer, the father, is her representation of what a man is supposed to be in the house. Look, again, he's a doofus. It's unfortunate that that's her example, but it's her example nonetheless. And what you're doing is, or what you fail to realize, is that young boys tend to look for women who closely resemble their moms. And the same goes for young girls. They tend to look for individuals who strongly resemble their fathers. If you are here just bashing the father, she's not going to have no understanding of what a real man is supposed to be. You see, it is very devilish for you to attack the father figure. There is so many statistics out there that when you have children that are born without fathers, mind you, in these statistics, they never talk about they never talk about the education of the father. They never talk about how intelligent that father may be, how eloquent he may be. No, they don't. It doesn't matter. The presence of the father in the home alone is so paramount in mitigating so many things that could take place in a child's life. I'll give you a perfect example.
If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father.
You see, let's stop right there. You see, notice how important the father is. Meaning that a father raising children on his own has the same statistical chance of success as a two-parent home. You see, these are the uncomfortable conversations that a lot of people don't want to talk about. But again, In these statistics, do they ever talk about the education of their father? Whether or not he has his bachelor's or not, it's irrelevant. It is totally irrelevant. The mere fact that both the son and the daughter have a male figure in their lives is enough. But you see, there's more.
Girls with no fathers in the home have lower self-esteem. No father families more likely to be victims of abuse, especially with single mothers.
Let's touch on that. Low self-esteem. You know, again, right? Do you know a lot of times women, if there is no father present, naturally little girls are going to seek male attention. It's just a part of life. And I'm not saying it's necessarily wrong. But the problem is because they were seeking male attention, which they should have gotten from their father, right? Why is that? Because the father would have been the first person to tell that little girl, oh, you're beautiful. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you give all these girls these compliments. So now this woman doesn't need to be seeking male validation from outside of the home. That father also too could pour into that daughter and tell her things like, nah, you are intelligent, rather than meeting boys out there who all they'll do is tear that girl down. I mean, it's crazy. You should see. I know this for a fact. There is so many women that I've come in contact with that if you peer into their lives, if you have these conversations with them, you will notice how they severely lack self-esteem. Severely. And you look at this, you know, I was born in a two-parent household, and that doesn't make me any better. But what I'm saying, when I hear these things, how people talk down upon themselves, it makes you question, like, damn, you're dealing with all these demons? You're really dealing with all these demons? Rather than having a healthy environment where you always had, again, the validation of the parents. No, you are smart. You can do it. You're not a nobody. You see, these are things that you should receive in the home. But in particular, these are things that you should be receiving from the father. It is extremely important, you guys. It is extremely important. And I'm going to tell you why it's important. You see, this is not, listen to what I'm saying. This is not to diminish the importance of the mom. But what we do have to understand is that we have to stop attacking fathers, stop attacking men that are actually trying to be men in their homes, especially in a world where we have so many absentee fathers. Why would you actually talk bad about the men that are actually trying their best to be in the home? Think about that. You see, in a world where there are a bunch of deadbeat dads that want nothing to do with their children, why, regardless of how intelligent they may be, why would you put down a man who is at least present in their child's life? Why? Because they don't fit your standards, they don't fit your book of the law, right? You see, there is no cookie cutter, there is no cookie cutter way of parenting. I'm telling you guys this. There is no cookie cutter way of parenting. I've seen parents, they give their child the world. They have the means, they have the finances, they give their child the world, and the child end up a rotten brat. And yet you have parents, they don't have the education, they struggling all their lives, and their children end up becoming so successful with a good head on their shoulders. You see, again, you could talk all day about, peering into somebody else's lives and saying, oh, well, this father should do this and this mom should be doing that, right? You could make all the assumptions and judgments as you want, but truth be told, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's gonna work for that child. I'll take it even from a biblical standpoint, right? You had King David. The Bible says that David was a man after God, Yah, the creator of the universe, own heart. A man after Yah's own heart. Did you not see what took place with Solomon? Did you not see what took place with Absalom? How Absalom literally slept with all his father's wives? You see, this is what I'm saying. Just because a person, he has the means, King David, he had a good relationship with the Most High, he had all these things, that doesn't automatically determine how your child is going to come out. You see, but again, what's the point? People really need to stop trying to superimpose their righteousness on other people. Now, that's not to say that people can't learn, right? Yeah, sure, you could take advice and you should try to take advice and learn. But you have to understand, if somebody doesn't do things the way that you would have them to do it, that does not mean that they automatically stupid, they're a doofus. And especially that doesn't give you the right to put them down in front of their own children. Nah. I've seen mothers talk down on their husbands in front of the children, and they don't even realize by you doing something so demonic, you're literally, especially if in that family there's a daughter, you know what you're doing to that daughter? That daughter would think that type of behavior is proper. And then what you're going to do? You're going to end up propagating the same type of Jezebel behavior that mom had. Now the daughter's going to carry that same type of attitude in her relationships. Here's another piece of context too. Aunt Patty in the show, if I recall, she had no man. She was not married. So here you have a woman who isn't married talking down on a man who is married, who does have children. And if Lisa, right, that little girl, if Lisa was to take what Aunt Patty said to heart and actually adopt that mindset of Aunt Patty, are you telling me now she would end up, because of generational curses, which are very real, she would end up just like Aunt Patty, alone, single, unsuccessful? Modern women probably don't want to hear this. Modern women would probably be, oh, I'm not defined by a man. Okay, you keep believing in that mess. You keep believing in that mess. But for the people with a brain, again, they are a family. Despite their dysfunction, which in The Simpsons, they had a lot of dysfunction in that family, but they were a family nonetheless. They are a family nonetheless. And it beats by far, this generation of women who are just bitter, alone, single. They have all the judgment to pass on others all day, but their lives have produced no fruit worth eating from. No. You would be a fool to listen to bitter women. And obviously this is geared towards women in particular, this video, but I do want you, the men can learn from this too, but women, I want you to hear something, right? If you have a woman in your life, whether it be your mom, whether it be your aunt, whether it be your friend, it doesn't matter. If you have someone in your life and you see that they have a habitual mannerism of putting down men, especially your father, you would be wise not to listen to such people. Even if it's your own mother, you would be wise not to listen to such people, because again, what you don't understand is that what you put in these eye gates, right? What you put in these ear gates, the things that you consume, whether it be media, the songs you listen to, the books you read, whatever comes in those eye and ear gates, it is going to manifest itself in your life. I want you to understand that. It's going to manifest itself in your life. And when you find yourself talking bad about men, bitter against men, especially men who actually are trying and willing to help you out, willing to provide for you, you are literally shooting yourself in the foot. You are literally shooting yourself in the foot. You see, because again, I've seen so many women blow it. They blow it because they get in contact with a man who's actually willing to provide, willing to take care of them. And you know what they do? It's crazy. They carry a mindset that didn't even originate with them. They just spewing out rhetoric that they've heard their aunt or their mom say that were bitter as hell, but they themselves never actually went through an experience with a man who actually had done them dirty in such a way. But because you just regurgitated it, because you think it's something cute to say, you think it's cute to just talk bad about men, you're going to find yourself lonely. Look, you could take my advice or not. It doesn't matter. Hey, as for me in my house, I'm married. You know what I'm saying? So what you do with your life is not gonna affect me any damn way. It really is not. But I would really hope you guys understand that it is never wise for you to talk down upon your head, your spiritual covering. That's like Israel talking bad about the Most High Yah, the person that delivered you out of Egypt, who rained down manna from heaven, who, some people don't even talk about this miracle, who literally preserved their sandals for 40 years. The same Yah who parted the Red Sea. I mean, the list goes on and on of the miracles that the Most High has done on behalf of Israel. And here, what did Israel do? Just talk bad about their head. You speak evil of your spiritual covering. You would be a damn fool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Do all that YouTube stuff because it does help. And with that being said, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is king, y'all.